Have you ever wondered if you're saving enough money for the future version of you?
Well, let's talk about it. Today, we're going to walk through a retirement calculator, a 401k retirement calculator. I found this one on bankrate.com. It's the bankrate.com/retirement/401k calculator. I found this one to be fairly user-friendly for me. There are so many other tools that you can use. Just find one that works for you. For example, if you've never walked through one of these before, this allows us to input our current salaries, how much we're saving, how old we are, when we plan to retire. Then the calculator will create an estimate for what we should have at retirement. And I think that is really cool. So let's walk through it. Let's say our annual income is $50,000. How much do you contribute each month? We're going to use 6%. So 6% of our annual paycheck will go into our retirement plan. So 6% of our annual income is going into our retirement account. Now, what should we expect for an annual raise or an annual cost of living adjustment? Here, this little icon shows that the average annual salary increase ranges from 3 to 5%. So let's put in 3%. How old are you? Let's say we're 30 and we want to retire at age 65. So income, saving 6% of our income, which is $3,000 for the year. What is your expected rate of return? Let's say 7%. I usually use 8%, but let's go with 7. And we can also say we're just starting out. We're just starting to save in our retirement plan for the very first time. So the current balance is 0. I like this breakdown here, this option here. It says, what is your employer match? In this retirement plan, it's saying that if you save 6% of your salary, then you'll receive half of that, 50% of that. If you save 6%, so if you save that $3,000 a year, then your employer will match you at 50% of that, which would be $1,500 a year. So that's free money. If you don't save at least 6 in this example, then you would leave free money on the table. So based on this strategy of starting at 30 years old, so by age 31, you have your $3,000 plus your employer's $1,500. That's your first year contribution. Now, by the time you're 65, without your employer contribution, you'd have over $1 million. So I think that's great. The average person retiring today has between $150,000 to $200,000 saved for retirement. So that's a big difference from the average. With the employer contribution, you're looking at 1.699, right? Almost $1.7 million just by saving enough to get the full match. You with me? So that's at $50,000. This is pretty cool too, if you think about it. So now you save 6, you get the full match of, this one says 50% of 6, so it's 3. So your 6 up here plus 3, so that's 9% of your paycheck going in every year. And then here's your balance. What do you think of that? I think that's pretty good. And you can see half of what you put in. So you put in 181,000. Great job. But then your employer gives you half of that. So that's $90,000 throughout the course of your career. I think that's strong. But let's run another scenario. Let's say someone starts at age 21. So they don't wait till age 30. At 21, maybe their salary isn't 50. Let's say it's 35. I don't know. Let's go with 35. They're still saving the 6%. They're still getting 3% raises. They still want to retire at age 65. Let's still stick with 7% return. They don't have anything saved yet. Their employer match is the same. Let's calculate. Before we were at 1.699. What would it be if we started at age 21, but reduced the salary by $15,000 from where we were before. Now we're at 2.988 because this person started saving 9 years earlier. So before we had it at someone was going to start saving at age 30. Now they're saving at age 21. Their salary is 15,000 less. But the runtime that they have to stay in the market and stay investing throughout the course of their career it's only 9 years difference. But you can see that they're able to accumulate so much more just by getting started and staying consistent.